simply, if I have to tell my patients, they ask what I should eat and what I should not eat. I will tell, eat what your grandmother and grandfather used to eat, and don't eat what they were not supposed to. They were not eating. So probably what our ancestors were eating was right. You know, if you will see the Indian style of living, I would say the Hindu style of living. So Hinduism is not a religion actually. I'm not coming on religious topics, but just to tell you, it is a way of living. You know, you rise with morning sunrise, you take your first meal, you know, high glucose level to your brain so that you are active throughout the day. And last meal you eat with sunset. And by the time your biological clock is ready and whatever you have taken is digested well. So the first rule is eating. How you should eat. So breakfast like a king, lunch like a prince, and dinner like a beggar. If you are following this, you can prevent any metabolic disease, diabetes, hypertension, heart disease, all sort of complications. So this is the most important thing, that is diet. Second important thing is sleeping, you know. Many of us are, you know, nowadays sleeping less, thinking that we should work more. I don't think so, that's a right approach. You may have like 4 hours sleep sufficient for you, some people like 8 hours sleep, but you should know what is your normal. Don't copy anyone else. Every human body is a unique computer system, I would say, God has created. We can never replicate what God has created. We can't replicate a human being the way God has made, you know, our cells and our tissues and our organs. So I would say that you should know how many hours you should sleep so that you feel comfortable, relaxed, you don't feel dizzy in morning. So at least 5 to 6 hours of sleeping. Third thing is water intake. How much you should drink, you know. There is a general saying, drink as much as you can. But no doctor will ever tell you how many liters. So you know your normal, okay? So it's not good that you drink 3 liters, 4 liters of water or excessive water which will make your skin better, your heart better. No, nothing like that. It can even harm if you have cardiac conditions. It can even harm if you have kidney conditions or liver conditions. It can lead to edema in your body. So just drink as much as you feel comfortable. Okay? If you feel thirsty, just drink. Another formula you can apply is if you feel hungry, just take water first instead of taking food. That also helps you in, you know, increasing your metabolism. Third thing which I always tell to my patients to prevent any sort of cancer or metabolic syndrome is avoid 4 white things. What are the 4 white things which we consume? Number 1 white is sugar. So try to leave sugar. Even if you have some cancer growing in your body, if you have a family history of cancers, you know. So most of these patients are afraid because their mothers, their grandmothers have suffered with cancers. So what you can do, just avoid sugars. So we have now proof, evidence in these studies done globally that if you are eating less sugar or just making your body sugar free, even the reduction in the cancer cell is noticed. So avoid sugar, 1 white, avoid white salt. Whatever you are consuming in your curries, I believe that's fine, sufficient. Don't add extra table salt. Avoid that. Third white is milk. You know, you must be surprised. From the childhood, we were trained, we were told, drink more milk, good for your bones or so. So I would say no. Don't consume extra milk. You can have a glass of milk a day if you are walking, if you are utilizing this. It's important. If you want to earn calories, you have to burn calories. Don't just consume calories, okay? So if you are walking, say, 10,000 steps a day, you consume 1 glass of milk. Otherwise, if you are fond of milk, just double toned milk. It should be fat-free. Or you can have, you know, the Indian buttermilk, lassi, that's quite healthy. It's probiotic, good for your gut, good for your intestines. So you can use that. What is the 4th white? 4th white is butter, ghee, oil which you use. I see a lot of patients coming to me, they say we are on a very healthy diet, you're walking 10,000 steps a day, still our triglycerides are on the higher side and our cholesterol level is not going down, even with medications. What is the reason? So the reason I found that there is some resistance happening with the same brand of oil. From last many years, we are just taking one brand of oil or one type of oil. So in your kitchen, what you can do, you should have different types of oil and different brands of oil. For example, breakfast, use olive oil. Some curries, use mustard oil, sunflower oil, or some other oils. Keep changing the brand, keep changing the type. This is same for any toothpaste you use. Don't use the same brand. Keep changing. So in your washroom, in your morning kit, you should have 3 or 4 types of toothpaste. Keep changing it so that the bacteria in your mouth are not resistant with it. Okay? Hope you are getting me.
Yeah.
Okay? I'm just trying to be very simple. Yeah, so this is another white which you should avoid, and if you are avoiding this, this really helps you. So white sugar, white salt, white butter, and fourth white is milk. Kids can have it because they can burn, they can play, they will jump and they will burn those calories. And fifth important point, Dr. Lakhotia already highlighted about diabetes is, a diabetic who knows the most lives the longest. This is the only disease about which if you read more, you will live longest. You will be surprised to know why. It's because you can prevent all complications. If you know a diabetic can get foot disease, diabetic foot, he will always care for his feet. After a shower, he'll just clean his feet with towel. He'll prevent any infection because they can get neuropathy, retinopathy, nephropathy, all those pathies. So if you are diabetic, you should read more about diabetes to prevent any complications. Next important thing is, which is like very common, and I'm sorry to comment on this, importance of health is realized when it is lost. When we are unhealthy, when we have a disease, then we realize the importance of health. So all those who are sitting in this hall, who are not suffering from any medical conditions or are not on prescription medicines, I would tell you that this is the right time. Even if you are on prescription medicines, this is the right time. Start walk, have good sleep, drink water as much your body can consume, avoid 4 white things, and fifth thing is happiness. I am so happy that Dr. Lakhotia emphasized on this topic, that is endorphins. What you have to do is just smile. I would request every one of you, please smile. Ha ha ha, zor se. Yeah, so now all of you are having a hormone known as endorphin, oxytocin. These are happy hour hormones. So when you are smiling, just